Hey Majors, so I'd like to start off with a little biology lesson. When a species finds itself living on an island, it can start to evolve in strange ways based on the different pressures applied by the new environment. This is called island syndrome, and while it can manifest in a lot of ways, the biggest driving force is often a lack of predators. For example, the dodo lost its ability to fly since there was nothing to flee from. The St. Kilda field mouse got twice as big since it no longer had to hide. And with no one around to bully them, the Sardinians started putting maggots in their cheese. Meet casu martzu, literal translation, rotten cheese. It's made by taking a perfectly good wheel of pecorino and letting a special type of fly lay eggs in it. The fly babies then work to partially...
I'm eating it! Oh my god, that's scary. Ooh, they let the fly lay eggs on the cheese and...
They digest the cheese, rendering it goopy and wet and maybe quite tasty and worm-filled. Now, cheese as a concept is already quite suspect. It's clotted milk that you fill with bacteria and mold and let sit for a while. But cheese is safe and delicious. Cheese is my friend. I trust cheese. So my guard would be down around casu martzu.
Yeah, everyone trusts cheese. Cheese is safe to eat, but maggots, I don't know about that. Protein.
I've learned to look past a cheese's childhood. Strange upbringings are what give them their character. But it turns out, those maggots are still alive. And if you don't chew well enough, they can cause enteric myiasis, which is a fancy term for fly larvae living in your intestines. Symptoms are...
This is like watching a horror video more than knowing like what's the banned food. Oh my god, this is so cursed. I did not expect this. Why? Stop being a baby right now. I don't care. I'm a baby. I'm scared. I don't like it. I don't want it.
similar to food poisoning, except with the added psychic pain of knowing that, again, your bowels are full of squiggly new friends. It's for this reason that casu martzu is banned in the EU and elsewhere. The black market still exists, which is wild, and it's not a small one. In 2019, the illicit casu martzu trade was estimated to be worth 2 to 3 million euros annually. Personally, I would just do it prohibition.
Wait, they're worth a lot. Excuse me? Okay, money can solve everything. Time to make some cheese with maggots, guys! No freaking way. No way people are buying this. No way.
Style, like, definitely don't put these fly eggs on this sumptuous wheel of pecorino. But if you do, you absolutely shouldn't keep it warm and damp for a week. But although it's traditional to leave the larvae alive when you eat your mag and cheese, some consumers
mac and cheese. Oh my god. Mac and cheese is
still prefer them dead, shockingly. In that case, one puts the cheese in a sealed bag, and when the maggots run out of oxygen, they writhe around and fling themselves all over the place. This is heard as a distinct pitter-patter against the walls of the bag. And when the sound stops, the contents are ready to eat, like popcorn. Shark fin soup is one most of us have heard about already.
Can you actually suffocate maggots? Can you actually do that? I never thought that you can suffocate bugs. How is it possible? They do need air, but maggots needs air? Okay, I don't know why. Am I dumb? I don't know why I think that they are like different kinds of species. They just need food. They don't need air. They can't see. They're just wiggling. That's actually what I think of a maggot. Like, I know bugs, they like the ones that in their adulthood, they do need air and all of this, just like us. But I really think maggots, like, they don't need it for some reason.
Ready to eat, like popcorn. Shark fin soup is one most of us have heard about already, mostly in reference to its effect on shark populations and the wastefulness that goes into making it. Until recently, though, I never looked into the nature of
you jumped to a different thing? You're talking about shark now?
Populations and the wastefulness that goes into making
I know that they eat this. We used to eat this. That's horrible. The moment I know how they get this thing, get the fin, I felt disgust and I hate it. I don't enjoy it anymore. They don't sell it anymore. I think I had it before when I was a kid. I had it a few times when I was a kid. It tastes very good. It tastes actually very good. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it is very inhuman to eat their fin like that. They still sell them. They still sell them. I remember nowadays, the restaurant, they don't actually sell this anymore. They use other seafood to compensate this. Yeah, it was tasty but sad for sure. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's actually very tasty. I remember I had it a few times before when I was a kid, and nowadays you don't have that anymore. The moment I learned about this, I feel so bad. I feel disgust. I hate it.
Until recently, though, I never looked into the nature of the dish itself. I figured, right, the fins are just the only part of the shark worth eating. Big whoop, it's probably not much different from, like, swordfish. Apparently, though, I had it backwards. Shark fins aren't even meat. They're made almost entirely of cartilage and collagen. They are the last part we should be eating. That's why it's only made into soup, because without being soaked in broth, it has zero flavor or nutritional value on on its own. Their only redeeming quality is their unique mouthfeel due to how stringily the collagen grows in structures called ceratotrichia. The texture has been described as somewhere between chewy and crunchy, which I find describes most things, actually. Other adjectives present on Wikipedia include snappy, gelatinous, and sinewy. The exact sensation of eating this substance remains a mystery to me, and the unintended side effect of all this research is that I now really want to try it. Like, it's a big trade. I've got to be the one that's wrong. There is imitation shark fin soup available, but I've already...
I had this imitation shark fin, but they are not the shark fin anymore. Nowadays are all this. I'm not crazy they're still doing it. They're still hunting the shark fin.
Decided that it's not nearly as good. So I've come up with a compromise.
I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. Why do they think it's not good? They still taste good. It's just the texture is different. Do you know that how they hunt them? I've seen this one video where they catch the shark, they cut off the fin, and then throw the shark back to the sea. And shark cannot swim without that. So basically the shark is just stay in the same place and die from hunger. They cut off all of the fins. They need fins to swim. And they don't kill them right away. They let it live in the ocean, starve to death. I saw that video and I hate it so much. I mean, the real question is why not just eat the rest of the shark too? It's so nice. Yeah, I thought they eat the whole thing too. Turns out they don't. They let it live. Shark meat don't sell as well. I remember they said that no one likes it. Like the meat. They like the fins. I do have a book about it. There's even a picture of the shark in a vertical way. Oh yeah, that's what I saw. It was vertical. It couldn't move, couldn't swim, couldn't do anything. Just stay in that's the same pain and starve to death. It was horrible to see. I'm okay with this. Actually, they taste good. I don't mind if it's not the real shark fin or anything. I don't care. I just care about if it tastes good. That's it.
To this controversy. Everyone on Earth gets just one bite. Say there's 10 bites to a fin, 4 fins to a shark. 200 million sharks die, sure, a necessary casualty. But then we can end the practice forever. All done. You can finally rest, Mr. Ming. Come here, baby. Aw. Ackee. What? Ackee. Where? Ackee. The ackee is a fruit originally from West Africa, which is most commonly associated with Jamaican cuisine, where it appears in such dishes as ackee and saltfish. These alien kidneys here are called the arils, and they're the only part of the fruit that's actually eaten. The flavor is on the savory kidneys here with Jamaican ackee. The ackee is a fruit originally from West Africa, which is most commonly associated with Jamaican cuisine, where it appears in such dishes as ackee and saltfish. These alien kidneys here are called the arils, and they're the only part of the fruit that's actually eaten. The flavor is on the savory side.
Actually looks like lung. What the? Is an actual fruit?
These here are called the arils, and they're the only part of the fruit that's actually eaten.
No, I thought it looked like something else. What do you think it looks like? It looks exactly like lung, guys. You guys know what does lungs look like?
Eaten. The flavor is on the savory side, being described as kind of nutty or bean-like. What makes the ackee controversial, though, is the effects it can cause when prepared improperly. If the arils are allowed to completely ripen, they're harmless. But if you eat them too early, or don't thoroughly clean off all the non-aril stuff, they can cause Jamaican vomiting sickness. This disease doesn't sound real. It sounds like it belongs next to Eastern sweats and Tangerian bone grindings, but that's actually an official term, and as for symptoms, it does what it says on the tin. Plus maybe death. While ackee-based products aren't outright illegal in the United States, they are very tightly regulated, and the raw fruit itself cannot be imported. So if you're American and want to try it, your options are fully cooked canned ackee or going to Florida, where a few people grow it domestically. Next we have bird's nest soup. This is another one that I've vaguely heard of, and for years I just assumed the name was a playful metaphor like ants on a log or shit on a shingle. Turns out, nope, this dish contains an actual bird nest. Not like a pile of twigs like I was picturing, but rather a specific type of nest only made by certain...
I only had this for a few times. I don't know what's the point of eating this. People said it's for skincare. I think it's just marketing. It's super expensive. I don't see the point of eating this.
Species of swiftlets. These nests are mostly made out of mucins, which are a set of proteins that, among other things, serve to thicken all those wonderful secretions our bodies make. There's a little bit in human saliva, a little bit more in mucus, and in swiftlet saliva, look out, pal. So all the swiftlet does is it finds a nice wall, starts laying out fat strings of slobber, which dry, and eventually she's got a nice place to roost. That is, right up until some gourmand says, today I crave bird spit. You can keep the eggs though. And they then
I love this so much. Yep, actually, that's just what they do. Bird spit's yummy. Can you imagine I had this? Yeah, I had this once. My mom gave it to me and I was like, why? Why are you giving me this? I don't need this. And she even forced me to eat it. I was like, fine. I'll eat one bowl. I don't know who saw that and thought, what if I eat it? Yeah, I don't think it looks appetizing.
Constituted back into its original gelatinous texture. Unfortunately, these nests can't enter the US since, believe it or not, eating bird saliva is a great way to catch bird flu. And now the time has come to speak of the ortolan. The ortolan is a kind
I'm glad that I'm still alive.
can't enter the US since, believe it or not, eating bird saliva is a great way to catch bird flu. And now the time has come to speak of the ortolan. The ortolan is a kind of bunting, which is a sort of passerine, which is a type of bird. They're birds. Like many animals, they have a long history of being eaten by the French. But what separates the ortolan from your average squab or pheasant is the unique way in which it is prepared and eaten. They're typically caught with nets and kept in the dark, which causes them to overeat for some reason. Once it's about twice as fat, the entire bird is then thrown into a container of brandy, alive, and sealed in. While this serves to marinate the creature, it also drowns in the process, thereby killing one bird with no stones. The ortolan is then roasted, plucked, and presented whole to the consumer, who inserts the carcass into their mouth feet first. As they chew, one hand continues holding the bird's head, while the other picks out the larger bones. This whole ritual is usually performed with a towel or large napkin over one's head. There's a few explanations for the purpose of the towel. Some say it's just there to keep the aromas in, while others say it's there to, quote, shield from God's eyes the shame of such a decadent and disgraceful act. Yeah, this one...
Then just don't eat them! Don't eat it like that! Don't treat them that way. That is horrible.
I'm okay with not trying, actually. Notable fans of this dish include, not joking, Bill Cosby and the guy who invented the lobotomy. To be part of that social club. Our mission is to eat birds whole and then make people not remember things. Killing ortolans was banned across the EU in 2007. Not for any ethical reason, but because French people did this so much that the entire ortolan population was threatened. Thankfully, as of 2018, their conservation status is under least concern, so hopefully the French can get back to it soon. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Till next time, I'm...
No! Don't let them start eating them again. That's horrible. I just hate how human treats animal. Like, you want to eat them, fine. But why are you torturing them? Why? Why do you have to torture them before you eat them? Humans is already eating so many things. They eat food, eat birds, eat whatever they saw, they eat. Try everything. Is it not enough? Do we not have enough food? Do we need to eat more? And even torture them before you eat them? Do we need to do that? I'll be honest, I'm very fine with the food we have right now. I'm okay with eating chicken and pork. Sometimes I feel bad to eat them, but they taste so good. Like seafood too. I feel bad to eat them, but they taste good. And that's all I'm going to eat. I'm not gonna eat anything more than that. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's where I draw the line for myself. It's like, there is enough food for me. I don't need more.